Hello everyone, this is Christoph here from Inter Studio, and it's time for Grid Editor release video. We have added element presets. Clear and confirm popup is now available, self and global action variable blocks, comment action block, special actions for encoder is added, and later on there will be for button and other control elements as well, send feedback button, and we have made some changes to midi RX. So here is a new element preset folder. Here is the standard profile folder, so the same UI is used currently, and I don't have any presets. So let's go to preferences and then download library, and let's see it with a PBF4 module and apply one to this fader 14-bit load to element. All of the actions will be overwritten by adding such an element preset, and the cool thing about this is that for a 14-bit configuration you have to change the MIDI action block, and you also have to change the potentiometer's mode, the fader's mode, to actually set it to a higher resolution and change its maximum value. So for a single setting change, like I want this control element to be high resolution, you have to tweak a couple of things under the hood in the grid editor. We plan to add more, of course, and you can also save your own control element presets locally and use them on different modules or on the same module for different control elements. So there is now a clear confirm pop-up where you can click on clear, and it will let you know that whether you really want to confirm the clear action, and yeah, that's it. You can hit cancel and it won't clear your modules. We have added two new action blocks under the variables, the self and global variable action blocks. Global is useful to have a variable defined which can be accessed from any of the control elements. On the other hand, self is useful if you want to have a value or function stored under one of the control elements, but still want to access it from any of the events. And the standard local is used on an action chain which runs under an event. So it's like locals is the most atomic maybe, then on a higher tier or higher accessibility level is the self, and above that is the module global. So the next thing I want to show is the comment action block, which is useful, for example, on an element preset or in a special action block. So this is the new push and rotate special action for an encoder. If I'm turning and using a potmeter, then there it's not accessible. Here may be later on potentiometer related special action block. So let's go back to the encoder and go to this push and rotate. This will drop in a UI similar to the if condition, and I can just put here a MIDI action, an LED intensity, or something I want to send out when I'm using push and rotate together, and in this part is for only the rotation. So instead of using a couple of if conditions with different state calculations, now you can have this special action block and use that instead. Also, with the new comment block, one can make a profile and say that drop here your preferred actions or whatever, and make a profile with these comments in it, and have fun. Make it easier to share a couple of the profiles and work all of us make. You probably checked this out or have seen it already, but we have added this small send feedback button, and you can just submit your feedback. We will receive this in a Discord private channel, and we read every opinion and feedback on Grid Editor and how we can make this software better. So We highly encourage you and ask you to leave a feedback wherever you see it fit, and share your opinion with us on any of the new actions. We will keep this button there and please use it. In some cases, especially with hardware synthesizers, MIDI out signals can cause grid some issues and performance related hits. So we have added a MIDI RX enable or disable function, which you can use. Go to system events and go to init, for example, and open up the code block there and type in MIDI RX, and then MIDI RX enabled will show up, and by hitting 0 and committing your changes will make it disabled to receive anything, and MIDI RX enabled 1 will allow grid to process MIDI signals. That's it for this grid editor update video. See you around.